Good morning. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. This is Melissa from Sagebrush Wellness, and we're talking today about what is functional medicine, right? So, functional medicine is kind of a buzzword these days. It's really taken hold, and I want you to understand more deeply what it means when you see the words functional medicine. So I really want to welcome you. This is going to be a great time together, and I want you to put your thinking caps on. So one of the first things I want us to think about, just kind of to get your juices flowing, is what is the definition of health? What is your definition of health? What does it mean to you to be well? Would you consider yourself to be healthy? So I'll be asking you to answer this question with us in the live Q&A that I will be conducting on the Sagebrush Wellness page immediately following this presentation. So I'm going to be moving really swiftly through the material today. So I will not be taking questions during the presentation, but this is what I'd like you to do. Please jot down your questions, anything that comes to you, and ask those questions during the live Q&A. I love, love, love questions. This is how we learn the things we're most interested in, right? All right, so let's dive right in. So defining health may seem really simple, right? We don't even think about it. But to answer the questions that I just asked, what does health mean to you and what does it mean to be healthy? You probably had to stop for just a moment and think, oh, I don't know what a good definition of that would be. So this is what it's been in the past. So it has been referred to as someone who is free from disease or illness. And that would make total sense when the leading cause of death used to be, an infectious disease caused by bacteria or virus. However, medical advances have really unraveled the mysteries of contagious diseases with improvement of working and living conditions and the invention of powerful medications. We've really been able to eradicate many of those infectious diseases. So health today is closely linked to how we live. As the leading causes of death, the leading causes of death are related to lifestyle factors, how we live our life, the choices that we make. So this distinction has led to wellness being the primary factor of health. So I would like to present this definition of health and see what you think. So wellness can be defined as a positive, whole health approach that includes physical, social, intellectual, and emotional well-being. What do you think? This distinction becomes really, really critical as we delve into the difference between conventional and functional medicine. So let's start by just defining some very basic determinants of health. When it comes to this, it breaks down into four main topics. So the first one is health behavior. Our health habits contribute to at least 50 to 65% of all major causes of death. So lifestyle dramatically impacts the quality of health. Behaviors identified by researchers include sleep, diet, physical activity, weight, and use of tobacco and alcohol. The second is physical environment. So your physical environment includes the places you live, work, and play. The conditions of these environments directly impact your health, from air quality to noise level, access to fresh food choices, and crowded living space. The physical environment plays a significant role in your health outcome. And I want to add just a little bit here. Also, the emotional side of these spaces. Is your home a place of refuge? Is there a lot of conflict at work or conflict at home or different places that you have to go? Think about that as a very vital piece of this physical environment and how it affects you. The third is hereditary, and we've heard so much about genes, and your genes like have everything to do with how your wellness or illness plays out in your life. And that is quite frankly not true. So genes influence certain disease factors which are passed down from parents, while heredity certainly plays a role in certain disease factors. In many cases, behavior and lifestyle choices, I really want you to hear this, behavior and lifestyle choices can reduce or increase the risk of such disease by as much as 85%. 85%. Your choices matter. How you choose to live your life and nourish yourself matters. And the fourth one is health services. Excuse me. This aspect refers to one's access to care, which includes the ability to reach a healthcare facility as well as financial access. For example, lack of health insurance most likely can result in lower access to care. It can also limit one's ability to access holistic care that could potentially help them find resolution to their health issues. Holistic services may or may not be covered by insurance, so a lot of them aren't, which is kind of sad. So let's talk about disease of lifestyle or lifestyle diseases. These are most commonly referred to as non-communicable diseases. This would be disease that is not transmitted by infection. And so many of the factors for chronic disease include things like smoking, physical inactivity, high levels of alcohol consumption, and obesity. Although tobacco remains the leading cause of chronic conditions, sedentary lifestyles aren't far behind. Lifestyle-related diseases often have a long latency period. That means that it takes, years for them to build up, for imbalances to build up in the body, to become, to get to a place where they're producing enough symptoms that you start going to the doctor and saying, hey, what's going on? And so it takes a while, making them difficult to detect until a condition is in an advanced stage. The good news is non-communicable diseases are often preventable through better lifestyle choices. And I'd like to also kind of put a plug in here for functional medicine, because we view the body as a collection, a whole, complete organism. We're able to really pinpoint some of these, what can I say, warning signs of imbalance in the body. And by changing food choices, lifestyle choices, doing some really targeted supplementation, really working on supporting the body as a whole, we can head off and change the trajectory for a lot of these lifestyle disease processes. All right, now that we're all on the same page regarding the definition of health, I would like to explain a little more about functional medicine. So in many ways, functional medicine is similar to conventional medicine. They're both practiced by professionals, both are evidence-based, and both employ very specific testing. Where the two styles of medicine differ is in the guiding philosophy. Conventional medicine is well equipped to correlate symptoms with an illness, which is ideal for addressing acute and urgent medical conditions such as infectious diseases, broken bones, physical trauma. However, we just shared that the leading causes of death are chronic conditions that develop over a long period of time. This is where functional medicine can really shine. When conventional medicine is focused on symptoms and treatment with the goal of masking the symptoms, functional medicine addresses illnesses by identifying and addressing the underlying cause, the why. We really get into the why. What is causing this for this person? It's important to note right here that functional medicine does not reject conventional medicine. So many people are thinking you have to do one or the other. No. As a functional medicine health coach myself, I really find great, what can I say? We're able to serve a client, like a mutual client, so much more powerfully if their medical team and I are able to work together. So functional medicine does not reject conventional medicine, but uses it as a foundation on which to add new dimensions in the evaluation, management, potential resolution, and prevention of chronic disease. Functional medicine offers a personalized and integrative approach to healthcare. This process involves prevention, management, understanding the root causes of complex disease, and then providing the client with ways, and this is really, really key, ways that they feel are best for them to really approach this problem and turn their disease process around. Because of the dramatic shift from infectious to non-communicable disease, functional medicine is needed to address chronic lifestyle-related illnesses. With functional medicine, healing the client replaces treating the patient. I really want you to hear that. So let's talk about some of the pillars of functional medicine. Excuse me. So what is it? How do we actually do this? So there are three main pillars. The first one is, this is client-centered care. Client-centered care is the practice of caring for individuals and their families in ways that are meaningful and valuable to each client. This involves creating a client-coach partnership and creating an individualized care plan in which the client is the principal. You get to say what you want to do and what you don't want to do, right? It needs to be something that's very comfortable for you. And I love the piece of being able to hear and really come up with solutions for my clients that are workable, that are fun, that makes it easy for them to make changes in their life that have a big impact. The second one is functional medicine is integrative. It's a science-based methodology. So functional medicine utilizes the latest evidence in medical research and clinical expertise. The complex web of genetics, medical history, physiology, and lifestyle create an inside-out approach to identify any physiological imbalances. The third pillar is functional medicine often combines traditional Western medicine practices with other types of therapeutic approaches from around the world. The integration of multiple disciplines emphasizes resolution and prevention of disease through nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle, the use of the latest laboratory testing, and access to combinations of supplements, botanicals, therapeutic diets, exercise plans, rehabilitation plans, detoxification programs, and stress management techniques. I really love that piece because we get to look at every part of the body and of the lifestyle. The most important element of the functional medicine approach is the prevention and resolution of chronic disease. Our goal is to help the body to function optimally with the intent to support self-healing. Rebalancing the body once a disease has progressed is more involved and may require medical intervention, which is why prevention is preferred. The tools utilized by functional medicine reach far beyond pharmaceuticals and surgery. Detoxification and stress management techniques are often used and tailored to what the individual client needs. The partnership created between functional medicine health coaches and the client allows the client to become an active participant in the healing process, providing the client to be in control of improving their health and achieving optimal wellness. This is such a huge piece. It's one thing to get well, and it's another thing to stay well. So that's a big part of how I serve my clients, is making sure that they understand what their body needs. It doesn't matter what, the latest, greatest, theory is. It matters what their body needs. Systemic disease is a term used to describe conditions that affect the entire body rather than a single organ or body part, opposed to an infection that affects only one body part or organ is called a localized infection. Many diseases can be considered systemic. Most common systemic illnesses include arthritis, cancer, chronic fatigue syndrome, diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, lupus, and I could have added a whole bunch more, but these are some that are very, very common. A vital aspect of addressing disease and illness is first identifying the root cause, the why. While there can be many factors causing an illness, a few common root causes of many health issues include inflammation. That's a big one, especially for autoimmune conditions. Improper sleeping. This can be something like a going to bed problem or a staying asleep problem. And those are both clues to, what your body is experiencing. Poor nutritional intake. And I want you to really understand here, combining that with inflammation. If you've got a pretty serious inflammation problem in the digestive tract, even if you have the best diet in the world, your body isn't able to break that food down well and isn't able to absorb it, and your body is not going to be receiving the nutrients that it needs. Stress is a big one. Immune imbalances, we just kind of touched on that one. Trauma, oh my gosh, trauma is huge, especially for people who experience things like fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis. Negative thought patterns, how do you talk to yourself? Lack of regular exercise, this is a big one. Digestive problems, we touched on that one just a bit too. That's a big deal. Toxin exposure, we don't hear a whole lot about that, but that is very important, especially once again for autoimmune conditions. Functional medicine is especially equipped to address many different diseases and health issues such as allergies, I do a lot of work with those. Depression, yes. Cancer, yes. Obesity, irritable bowel syndrome, any kind of gastrointestinal distress, arthritis, heart disease, anxiety, high blood pressure, autoimmune disease. So much of my practice is centered around autoimmune disease, fibromyalgia, chronic pain. So I have a question for you. Do you suffer from any of these common health concerns? Is this something that someone in your family or in your circle of friends has an issue with? So let's kind of get into the nitty-gritty of what to expect when you see a functional medicine practitioner or a functional medicine health coach. So when you visit, you can expect to spend a lot more time with them than you would with a conventional provider. You can also expect to do most of the talking. I am really interested in hearing you. You are the expert on your body, right? You're the only one that's lived in your body all your life. So I want to hear your wisdom. I want to hear what's been going on for you. A functional practitioner is trained to listen to clients while gathering a detailed personal and family history, the circumstances around your first symptoms, and your lifestyle habits and health behaviors. This is a really big deal. The reason for such a detailed account of your health is to uncover the underlying causes of your health problems and determine which types of physical examination and laboratory testing are best suited for your individual needs. And for me, excuse me, I lean really strongly on your experience, and by putting all of the information together, I can really start to begin seeing what we need to do as far as therapies. Topics your practitioner may discuss with you include simple lifestyle changes such as regular exercise and better sleep, testing for hormone imbalances or nutritional deficiencies, assessing family medical history, and using functional medicine as a means of prevention. strengthening the body's normal healing abilities rather than attacking the symptoms of a disease. This is big. We also do a lot of talking around food choices and what do we need to eliminate? What do we need to bring in? So very simply, there's three main pillars that I focus on in my practice. One, maximize what is healing for your body. What do you need to bring into your life? Minimize what is harmful. What do we need to take out? And prioritize an environment of healing. And sometimes this is the hardest piece, right? But it's also the piece that will help you not only get well, but stay well. So let's talk about some of the core systems. The first step is often to optimize nutrition and the ability of the body to actually break down food, and for that broken down food to be able to be absorbed into the cells and taken up and used as energy. So the right balance and quality of nutrition, vitamins and minerals, all of these things can help kickstart the body's natural healing process. So it's true, you've probably heard, we are what we eat. Well, actually, that's partially true. We are what we eat, digest, absorb, and take into our cells as nourishment. So a diet high in sugar, unhealthy fats, processed foods, these can cause the immune system to be overreactive or underreactive. A diet rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients from all the colorful pigments in the plant foods, on the other hand, can support our well-being. Through functional medicine, you will work with your practitioner to make food choices that work for your lifestyle and provide your body with the fuel and protection it needs. Balance, hormone balance. Oh my gosh, this is a huge one. And curiously enough, hormones play such a big part in the overall body function, right? Hormones are literally messenger molecules. They are basically how can I say? They are the ones who are actually telling every muscle, every nerve, what it needs to do. And they're immediately responding to information that is coming in from our world. So through your eyes, ears, touch, smell, and what foods you're putting into your body. So hormone balance is another core body system addressed through functional medicine. Imbalances can occur for any number of reasons, including medication side effects, diabetes, stress, thyroid disorders, and more. And there's a ton more, but we don't have time to hit those today. Hormone imbalances can occur in both men and women and are responsible for a number of adverse health conditions. Symptoms can range from mild to severe, including weight gain, fatigue, depression, and physical pain, to name a few. Depending on the type of hormone imbalance in question, functional medicine utilizes a number of tests to get to the root of the issue. My personal favorite for a lot of this hormone testing is the Dutch test. And if you want to do some of your own research around that, it would be great. You can just look up the Dutch test online and do some really great reading on that. So inflammation throughout the body often accompanies a chronic disease. And I want you to hear this, especially those of you who have autoimmune conditions. While inflammation plays a vital role in protecting the body from foreign invaders or abnormal cells, an overactive inflammatory response can cause illness and is a classic root cause of autoimmune disease. Functional medicine addresses inflammation by correcting nutrient deficiencies, food sensitivities, infections, bacterial and hormone imbalances. So let's just quickly look at gut health. We've heard so much about this, right? And I want to do a little bit of just a quick overview here. Our bodies are fueled by the foods we eat, which is why addressing issues of the digestive system is something that functional medicine takes very seriously. This can be like if we can't really work on the gut health, most of the other therapies are not as effective. So the balance of beneficial and harmful bacteria in the gut plays a tremendous role in our health. By properly balancing the gut bacteria, many symptoms can be lessened or dissipate altogether. I've seen this so many times. This may involve doing some in-depth testing, such as a GI map, to discover what dysbiosis is happening, what bacterial imbalance is present. Even good bacteria that has become overgrown can have a negative effect on the gut. Things like H. pylori, SIBO, and parasites may also be at play. Getting this piece right is the very foundation of recovery. Excuse me. The body is intelligently designed to eliminate toxins, right? This is how we were made. However, today's highly processed diet and chemical-filled environment can overwhelm the detox organs. And this is a really big deal. So functional medicine addresses issues with toxic burden and enhances the body's natural detoxification processes. This is a really big piece of helping get the gut piece right. A really straightforward technique for aiding in detoxification may be to drink more plain old water. Many herbal remedies can also be utilized to promote the optimal functioning of the liver and other detox organs. This may need to be highly personalized. I want you to hear me here as well. Again, testing is vital to determine if there is specific toxic load. Knowing this helps us provide the support the body needs to detoxify. I want to caution you here. There are many detox solutions out there, like 3-day detox, 7-day detox, 12-day detox. Nearly every natural, quote unquote, company that provides a product has something that is detox. But when your body has that, say, for example, a heavy toxic load of heavy metals, working to release those takes care, precision, and patience. Just trying something is not a good idea. And there's a very specific, how can I say, first, second, third, and last steps that need to be made so that your body is not overtaxed. Functional medicine also addresses more than just your physical well-being. Reducing stress is an essential aspect of disease prevention. I won't go into this much more than that, but just to know that the stress that is happening in your world has a direct biochemical impact on your body and especially your immune system. Your practitioner may suggest incorporating daily meditation practices, deep breathing practices, or yoga to help reduce stress. It may be a really complex conversation around, stressors in your world, like at your workplace or in your home. So finding natural outlets for reducing stress are recognized by functional health practitioners as an essential aspect of wellness. I like this slide. The future has arrived. So I don't know if you've done very much research before about functional medicine, but it's commonly been called the medicine of the future. And I kind of want to challenge that because it has been used for thousands of years in other countries, the basic tenets of functional medicine, and it's just getting around to happening here. So because chronic disease diagnosis is on the rise, many people are looking to functional medicine to treat conditions systemically. Functional medicine has been referred to as the medical care of the future because it takes conventional medicine to do to the next level by incorporating more holistic ideas and methods that actually work. In short, we're able to provide you with hope because this method of care is completely client-centered. You get to be the hero of your own story. Not only do you learn how to become well, but have a solid confidence that you have the tools you need to stay well. This is the biggest piece. So here's a quick review of the topics we discussed today. So functional medicine considers the whole body, both in the initial state and in the recovery stage. Functional medicine treats the root causes of an illness, not just the symptoms. Functional medicine uses natural treatments that are client chosen with fewer adverse side effects. And we really shoot for no side effects. So functional medicine combines scientifically proven treatments to produce an integrated medical solution. Functional medicine focuses on disease prevention and can more adequately address chronic conditions. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat this morning. Bottom line, yes. So when it's all said and done, functional medicine recognizes the need for a life in balance with connection, community, love, support, and a sense of empowerment as essential elements for achieving optimal health. This is such, we have to look at our bodies as one complete, beautiful organism and then treat them that way. As a functional medicine coach, this is what I get to do with my clients every day. My favorite part of this work is being able to witness hope come alive again. I am so privileged to walk beside my clients as they begin to heal and to take back their power. It is such a powerful moment when they realize that they don't have to accept being ill, but have the choice to become well. So I'd really like to offer you my initial consultation for $59. What we do is we spend 30 minutes getting to know each other. I want to really hear what's going on for you. What have you tried? What's worked and what hasn't worked? And then what do you want to accomplish? What are your health goals? It's a great time for us to see if working with me is what you would like and what you feel is best for you. So I'm going to read to you a link to my calendar. This is also going to be on the Facebook Q&A. So the link to schedule into my calendar is www.calendly, calendly.com/sagebrushwellness/30MIN. And if you'd like to email me, that's really easy as well. My email address is sagebrushwellness@gmail.com. I would love to have a chance to chat with you. If you have friends and family who are struggling with chronic illness, I would love for you to share my information with them and introduce us. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was so helpful to you. I know we covered a ton of information, so please hop over to the Sagebrush Wellness Facebook page right now. I'm going to be opening a live Q&A, and I want to be able to answer your questions. There's a lot that we talked about a lot, and this is a really kind of a hot topic. So I would like to be available for you to ask questions. The Q&A will be about 15 minutes long. So thanks again for allowing me to share this experience with you today, and go have an awesome day. Take care.